Welcome everybody. This is Beard Advice Live. I am Dan C. and I am camping. So if you have some lag or delay on my end, we'll get it worked out. Luckily, we have the mayor in his studio, so we should be good regardless. Mayor, how you doing?
Doing wonderfully, enjoying the studio tonight, getting the show off. I don't know, we haven't had a ton of Beard Advice Lives, and the ones we've had from the studio have not been happy ones. I think I did a COVID show once by myself, and that was about it. But doing really well. Having a great Wednesday. How about you?
Good, and I am experiencing, so we'll get it figured out, guys. I am lagging a little bit when it comes into me. So if you hear some awkward silence, then the mayor asks something and I don't answer, he'll just pick it up and keep it moving, keep it rolling here. But doing good, man. I think that's what you asked. We're loving this campground, probably the best campground we've ever been to. So yeah, all is good.
Awesome. All right, guys. So, on our show, Beard Advice Live, we have some traditions that we do. And even when we are not in position, not even in the position for the tradition, we still execute those traditions. So one of our big traditions, as Dan is moving around, is beef jerky. And I had to, I'll let Dan talk more about the Mountain Dew because I know we get that sent in. But I'm doing the Duke's green chilies tonight. It is one of my favorites. I don't know, you guys in the chat tonight, go ahead and share a little bit about, that's a good shot of Dan's beard. Go ahead and share a little bit about what are you eating on, what are you having tonight? We do have Dan, it looks like Dan's back, but the other thing, and I'm gonna have to ask Dan where we got the Mountain Dew in, as he's kind of just adjusting on the fly here. We have the Overdrive. Now, Dan did tell me that we got these sent in. I can't remember who, guys, if you're in the chat that sent these in for us, remind me that's Overdrive. Who was that? Because I know that we cannot get this.
That's area. Yeah, Corey from Weatherbeard.
Oh, Corey. Thank you very much, Corey. So welcome to the show, guys. So we're going to be doing, this is called Overdrive. And it says it's Mountain Dew with a blast of citrus punch and other flavors. So it looks really good. I tend to enjoy those more. I like the mixed up ones quite a bit, but it isn't always like Spark was kind of a disappointment for it. That's like the sweet pink one, like the lemonade race one. We're talking about that, but we do not feel like it is one of those. I want to say hello to everybody real quick as we're going through here. I want to say hi to Leo, Beard Wolverine, Austin's here, Michael, Sarah, welcome. Detecting Michigan Boy, welcome. We have Mark in the house. Steven is here. Welcome. Mr. G, Devin. If I miss you guys, I apologize. Doug, hello. Nano is here. Doug bought like 7 TVs today, I believe. Or 5. It's a long story. Shade is here. Welcome. Tonka. I said hi to Michael, that metal guy. True North is here. Donald. Steven. Also, we have Tyler, Robert. Everybody's up in the house tonight. And Dan's kind of showing off his location as we are going through this tonight. So this is Beard Advice Live. And the way Beard Advice Live works is we basically get people sending in to sending into our email, which I'm going to run that banner here when I find the right one. Let's see. So we have an email, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. If you guys are ever you're ever interested in having, there it is on the bottom. If you're ever interested in sending in, it does help fuel our show. It helps us to, have different ideas, and so many of the ideas and what we come up with for our shows come from this Beard Advice Live, the show itself, like all the topics for our videos and all that as well. So tonight we're, maybe a little bit of an abbreviated show a bit. I am going to kind of drive the train as Dan's kind of getting settled in. We definitely appreciate hitting the like button. And we go through, I'm going to read some of our guys that sent in. I'm going to try this Mountain Dew. We'll see. Dan's usually amazing with his recommendations. If for some reason we can't get a voice on it, we will definitely I can communicate, and I can kind of guess to the point nowadays what Dan's going to share, but we really want him to give his advice. But let's go ahead and jump in. Like I said, it's a little bit shorter show with the remote locations and everything tonight. We'll jump in and talk. Now, I guess there's one more thing we need to talk about. If you haven't seen me in a while, what happened to this dude? Mayor, I heard your credit score. There it is, Votto. He's, I deserve a little shit. Mayor, I heard your credit score went down 100 points after you shaved. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of things went down 100 points after I shaved, but that's okay, Votto. I'm working my way back, man. I'm working my way back, growing, and really, I think having a good time with the experience of it, knowing a little bit more now, and knowing what I'm going to get back to, having that, knowing that the mayor is still in there, or at least will be grown again like a phoenix. He will rise from the ashes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read the first entrance, and we'll go from there. Oh, wait, that's me. So just talking about that Phoenix a little bit. This is kind of crazy one, guys. And I even still have the hat, but I wanted to share this. When I started doing this out, the Mayor's Beard Journey OG account on Instagram, this was 3 years ago, and this was like today. So I was doing like a stubble comparison, and I thought, hey, let's talk a little bit about it. And I do see very similar, but I would say for sure, like around the chin, maybe in the mustache area, it's coming in stronger, a little thicker this time. But literally, I went ahead, like back in the day. Hey, Chris, I went back and I, found the picture, and I kind of like, I don't know, that guy looks a little. This guy looks a little sad. I don't know why I was so sad back then. I was sad because I didn't have a beard ever before, I guess. I don't know, but thank you, Votto. 2 to 3 months of growth. Yeah, this is 10 days. So we're not doing too bad. And I just wanted to share that. I do have that hat too. It's a little worse for wear, but I don't think you could find that hat anymore if you needed to. All right.
Mayor, have you tried the do yet?
I have not.
All right. So I switched off of, I was on Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is stronger but not as reliable, but I think I'm doing okay with my cellular. So we're going to rock this for a bit. I haven't had any breakups from you. This dew is fantastic. It almost reminds me of like an orange pop or orange soda, but with like a little bit of more layers of citrus in there.
Agree. It's like a Mountain Dew plus an orange pop together. And your audio is crispy. I think you just roll with what you're at right now.
Beautiful. Thank you. That'll work. Yeah, I like it. This, we'll see in a few more sips, but this might go down in top 5.
Ooh, that's big. Now, did you get some jerky?
I did, and I left the building. So I was in the building that's going to close at 10, but now I'm outside. There's probably 40 people in front of me right now in the pool, but whatever. And they're all drinking, so maybe they'll make an appearance. Who knows? But I did get some jerky, of course. I had to get some mingy. Me and Sam have been eating mingy pretty much every night for the last like 2 weeks. Why? I don't know. We're just stuck on it.
It's so salty and delicious. And
yes.
Alex is here, everybody. Alex is here.
Yeah, Leo, I was in a room. The echo was just from a terrible acoustics in a room, but I'm out of the room now and enjoying nature. Hopefully I don't get bit up too bad or anything, but hey, I think we're good to go. This should be working out.
You know what, Nailbanger, you hit it on you hit it on the head, Nailbanger. A little more confidence in this guy, a little sillier, a little more willing to smile. And I wasn't confident enough to smile. That's a thing we got to get over sometimes when we do lots of pictures of ourselves. So Dan, you ready to get into these?
Did you realize that was a nail pun?
Oh yeah,
not a pun, idiom. Yeah. But
I can't hear them laughing at home. Like I sense it. I feel it in my spirit, but I don't know. I assume it's there. But
no. And Scott, good question. I would say this is a little bit better than Livewire. There's something about Livewire that's just a little off for me. I don't know why, but this one is really good. It's a little bit more citrusy.
Yeah, Devin, it does feel good to have this stubble coming in. As dumb as it is, in the back of your head, you're always like, what if I don't grow another beard? What if it, comes in or doesn't come in? And it's looking fine. It's looking like it's going to do what it's supposed to, which is, come in and just be amazing and be better off. Version 2, be better off.
That's right.
All right. You ready for this, Dan?
What jerky did you have? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I got the green chili. Green chili. Always
those hatch ones. Mm-hmm.
Good flavor.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. All right, this is Trent. I sent into Beard Advice Live about a year ago. I haven't trimmed since then, and I'm going to a company event in 2 weeks that I want my beard looking good for. So here we are. The yellow shirt is from the trim last year, and the orange shirt is now. My goal is length. My goal is length. I'm growing out my hair and my beard. The hair is in an awkward stage that I'll have to get through before I can do more things with it. I measured my beard and I'm at about 12 inches long, but it is definitely time for a transparency trim. You guys have been part of my journey from the beginning, so of course, I'm going to keep coming back for some advice. What do you think? P.S. I use a blow dryer and the Aberlite EDC heated brush every morning. I'm still working on dialing in the heated brush for my waves, but it's coming along. That's good. A lot of self-awareness in this one.
For
I
sure.
love that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Trent. He said, just to reiterate the questions, just he's going to an event. He might have to do a trim or haven't trimmed since then. Going to a company wants my beard looking good. So here we are, yellow shirt. Goal is length. And you guys have been, so the hair is in an awkward stage. So that's his head hair. Measure beard 12 inches. So he's kind of asking without asking, do we suggest a trim? It doesn't sound like he wants a trim, but if we had to do that, or is a styling suggestion? Let's take a look.
For sure.
All right.
Awesome. So left is last time he came on the show and had his beard, and then the right is what we have right now. And then if you want to hit that next one, Mayor, we'll take a look at slide number 2. And yeah, guys, I think I'm golden. Internet on cell is much better. So I'll start this one off. Trent, man, both are fantastic. Both are killing it. You have separation between the head hair and the beard on both of them. Yeah, let's stay right on that one. I do think it is time for a pretty significant trim, maybe a little bit longer than where you were before. And I would love to get more volume, get that beard spread out even a little bit more. But I would love to see that transparency trim. The Mayor is probably going to show you with the fancy squiggly. But I think it's pretty clear with the squint test where that line of demarcation is. And so I would absolutely, I would look at doing that trim.
All right. So again, it kind of just, I'm with Dan on this. And it's like, are we just telling him to lose everything he's gained in the last year? And that's not, I do think if we're looking at the line here, and we're doing the squint test, you know, this is a much farther zoomed out picture, but we're looking like kind of somewhere in that area. Dan, is that about right? Like right around there.
Exactly. Yep.
And, you know, your styling, like you said, on the sides, I wouldn't lose any volume on that. But yeah, continue to work that heated brush. That's going to be, I think Dan did a video recently kind of in that area of, for you big, long beard guys. And then Doug also, thank you, Doug. Doug just linked in the blowout beard kind of is a little tip too. You know, the blowout beard could be a styling control kind of something that would be amazing. Now, as we look on the side, the line, if you're cut, you know, line's similar. Like you're still gonna be. What's that?
It's longer. Yep. It's the new line's gonna be longer than before.
Now it is, but we don't do this lightly, right? That's significant. Right. We know that's a lot of work, but you've kind of, in a way, you've gained, like 5 inches, but really we're coming back 3 of them to get 2 good inches out of like that. That would be my thought.
Yeah, and with that heated brush, I would say make sure you're not focusing the heat in towards your jaw, right? Doug highlighted that blowout beard because we want to get it going away from your face. With a heated brush, it's really easy to go along that face and jawline and then push in towards that middle. Let's get that heated brush underneath if you don't want to use that blow dryer and going out away from your face. And I agree with Ken. I agree with the Mayor. You're going to be, it may not seem like it right now, but after that transparency trim, you're going to be about 2 inches longer than before. Yep, 2 inches longer than before. And yeah, this is exactly JP. Sometimes you don't like hearing that you got to do a significant trim, but he's glad that he did it. You can do it. So addition by subtraction. For Mr.
All right,
Trent
thank you very much, Trent, for sending in.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the hair, real quick, man?
Perfect. Like a year. He's like a part of this show. Like he's going along with us, growing with us.
But Mary, any quick thoughts about the hair before, after?
Yeah, well, honestly, he said he's growing out. He's kind of owning that awkward. Let me take a look at the front here. I mean, I loved this. This is like a huge, like really cool with that, like the high fade
The
on it or
Viking.
whatever. But yeah, okay. So if he's gonna, the thing is, just to keep in mind, if you go too long and you have a long beard, a lot of times it's hard to separate that style. And I think it looks like you're pulling him back. It's gonna be fine. But I love that, or at least like a fade on one side would be awesome. There's a million things you can do with this, but that would be I'm interested to see like how long you're going and all that, because we do have guys sometimes that send in and they have like like there's no, you don't know where their head hair ends and their beard kind of in the shoulder area. So something to keep in mind of. But he's doing next level stuff. You can already tell with his with his hair.
It looks good. And Trent, please send in after you do that trim, because we can then do the before and after of all 3 picks and put like your new one in the middle, and you can see that it's longer than the yellow shirt, but it's fuller than the orange shirt. And Gunnar, great question. This is a pretty common misconception. People think that if you trim the beard, it grows faster, or if you shave, it grows back in thicker. Both of those things are false. Your hair grows from the base and grows from the follicle. It has no idea what you're doing to the end. The end's actually dead. So trimming does nothing for growth. The only time where it can have a positive health impact is if you have damage or split ends. And the reason why is those split ends can continue to split. And then when they split, they'll kind of sprayle out a little bit, and make it look shorter, make it look thinner. So in that case, it can make it appear to be better, but it has actually nothing to do with the growth. So great question.
I don't think if we've ever seen that as a case on the show, I don't think I remember that. So that significant split end stuff is pretty rare too.
For sure. If they're sending into the show, they likely don't have that. I mean, it exists, of course.
Sure.
But if they're sending in here, they probably don't have that one.
All right, cool.
And if we want to take this real quick, Weatherbeard, yes. So we did, we said thank you once again. We can't get this near us. And again, you guys, this is the Overdrive. It is like, we both said it's like a Mountain Dew mixed with orange pop with a little bit of citrus in there. I love it. I'm going to make a bold statement. This is top 3 for me in Mountain Dew history. I have Code Red number 1, regular OG number 2, and I cannot think of another Dew that would beat this. I like this more than Voltage, which was my previous number 3.
Definitely worth the long distance send in, because it is amazing. It is very good, like standout good. Like, but for Dan to say top 3, you guys understand that he has like a wooden sign that has to be repainted every time he moves that amount up or down that level. So that's big. He's not saying that lightly. That's
amazing. It is. X-Ray, you are right. I might have to do an order with some of you guys that are down there. Yes, please do, Corey. I'll pay you whatever we got to do. Drop a comment where you can find this, because I'd never even heard of the place that you guys said. I want to say hello to Amy, the roommate. She's not been able to stop in much lately with work, so thank you, Amy, for coming out. That is absolutely amazing. G, kind of same thing for Molly. Molly is finishing barber school. I believe she has less than 2 weeks left of barber school, so we can look forward to her being back and involved as ever. And Matthew, the Fire Mountain Dew, I will not try. That sounds disgusting. And Corey says it's from Casey's General Store. Never heard of that.
No,
Mary, you ever heard of that?
No, I didn't. That doesn't even sound like a chain, but you never know.
Oh, and yeah, I don't even think it's close. I think this is literally firmly my third spot. And we've had a lot of good dews, but I think this is number 3, 4. It's so pleasant. It's one that you could drink all the time.
That pleasant word just floated through. Yeah, very good.
Interesting. And if you can, guys, I didn't get a chance to say it with my crazy internet earlier, but I think we're all doing good now. If you guys could hit a thumbs up on the video. We know it's the middle of summer. We know that this isn't our usual show, but I think it's about as usual as it gets. So traffic's probably going to be a little bit light tonight. So literally that thumbs up. I apologize for saying literally twice in a minute, but if you guys could hit that thumbs up, that does help out a video like this. And again, who knows who we can help out and bring positivity and support and change their beard confidence in life, right? We got this man right above us here that that shows us what positive changes with a beard can do to your life, your confidence, your demeanor, your happiness. So hit that thumbs up if you don't mind, guys.
It's true. It changed my whole world.
Beautiful.
All right, ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Let us go. This is Justin. Justin says, I wanted to submit my 1 year beard a year, and it has been a journey for sure, and I'd love experiencing every minute of it. I was able to find a company that allowed me to grow my beard however long I could and decided it was time to let it grow. If this does get on Beard Advice Live on July 13th, it'll be just over a year. I found Dancy's channel and have been watching ever since. I've taken to heart new ways to care for my beard from what I've learned from my dad and others. Thank you, Dan and the mayor, for the videos. Now for the beard. I don't have much to say except I know that I need to clean it up, some of the sides and the front profiles. But any advice is worth listening to. I am told that I have a red beard, so I should use a thicker oil for most part, with some thin and medium thin oils every 2 to 3 days. I'd also like to say I live in Texas, and it gets pretty warm down here during the summer. To straighten my beard, I use a Kushel bar almost every day using a modified technique I learned from the mayor. My beard is naturally as curly as you could tell by my mess of head hair. Attached to the photos of what my beard is not straightened and with my beard straightened. I may not be able to watch live as I do work afternoons, but I'll be watching later on my day off. All right, cool.
Awesome. And so many, man, just thank you for everyone that's in here right now. And just real quick, Jason, yeah, I'm reinvesting my commitment to TikTok. And to be honest, I'm really enjoying it. I was telling the mayor, I love the reply comments with video feature. That's going to kind of drive my entire TikTok as of right now. So if you guys have TikTok, check it out. The mayor's got a TikTok as well. Same one, right, Mayor? Mayor's Beard Journey?
Yep. A lot of my work goes. I work with the Aberlite though. A lot of my stuff comes through there, so you might see me there.
I just tagged them in one, so keep an eye out on that one. And yeah, man, I thought about this. Mountain Dew is teaming up with collabs with, for me, what seems like smaller scale stores, and I'm for it. I love it. I think that's super cool. These places I've never heard of. Clearly, it's working. So that's fantastic, man. I really, really think so. Yeah, Ken did. I will say I was off on the TikTok vibes. I've always had a weird misconception about TikTok, and I couldn't shake it. And then it took Gary Vee telling me to do 5 a day, and, and I listened to him, and he's right. We actually had our biggest sub day in channel in the last 4 weeks yesterday on a day with no videos, no streams, because I just pushed TikTok like crazy. So Ken, 100% right. There's value there, no doubt about it. All right, let's see Justin here. Curly beard in Texas. He said all the right things. Did you notice that? He said thick oil, right, mix in the thin ones. He watches. All awesome, right. Justin.
Yeah, makes him. That's next. Like that's like the had like you move him up to the front seat. He's a kid you're calling on, because that's like I wouldn't even have known to say that.
Yep, exactly. So left is no heat, right is heat. And if you want to hit that next one, we'll take a look at the side. Awesome. So what was our, I mean, between no heat and heat, it's a pretty easy no-brainer on this one. It's use heat all day, every day. But you want to pop back to the writing. Do we have anything else that's specific on this? Is he just looking for kind of general advice here?
He's kind of, yeah. I just want to submit his beard and just kind of said he's been
cool.
He watches. He's not really asking too many questions. I guess we could do a general advice.
Yeah, I think so too. So what I'll say, Justin, on this one is, I know you had in there that you learned the modified heated brush technique from the mayor, and especially with the Kushel bar, which is a smaller heated brush, you are getting to the length and density where I would not recommend a heated brush over your whole beard. I still absolutely recommend using it, mustache, sides, any trouble spots you have. But with the length that you are at, would be to go with a little bit less of that direct heat. Scott's exactly right. I would straighten, but not over straighten. I would love to see somewhere in between here. And you're a brave man wearing that white shirt too. I love when people really just throw it all out there. So I would use a little bit less heat from the heated brush. I would try experimenting, watching my videos with the blow dryer. And then from there, let that style settle in. And we're probably looking at a small, maybe half-inch transparency trim would be my guess on this one.
Something like just not tons, kind of like right here. That's tough. You do have a white shirt on, so that's gonna
For
get you every
sure.
time.
For sure.
You know, for me, I just want to kind of echo Dan a little bit. As far as the straightening, I even hit a point when mine was like 3 inches or whatever, where I was using equal parts straight heat Aberlite and the blow dryer because of the volume you get, and just like the way I just loved like how it filled out my beard, and it was fast. So we sometimes throw out these extra steps or these extra tools, but they end up being time savers. So don't always worry about that too much.
For sure. And guys, great comments there. Ken's right. The thicker oils do make it tougher to kind of work with the heat. It's kind of like a almost borderline butter or balm. So maybe try working in some medium ones. Your beard, and it could be lighting, but doesn't look the most red to me. Yours looks more brown, strawberry blonde-ish, almost in my kind of world. So yeah, maybe look for like a defined or a weather beard, something that's more in that medium range. And Tyler's exactly right. Let's try just getting away from the whole beard heated brush and look at a blow dryer. I think it's going to make a really, really nice difference. But you got a great beard, super dense, as you said, curly, but definitely manageable.
Yep. As I'm thinking, same idea with applying the oil 5 minutes ahead of time, whether it's heat from the heated blow dryer or from the heated brush. All right. And then Dan, you had a comment up. Like, do we now looking at the side for Justin? I think it even tells the tale more of the straightening, how we want to maybe do less. Like if you're doing this more with a blow dryer, it's going to be a different, a more, well, like if you see like, just a more natural kind of look. I think that it really, really, you've got curly hair. So I don't live in that world. But you've really mastered that technique. Now we want to back off a little bit and maybe a little less of the heated brush. You might get a little more natural feel to the beard itself. And
Justin, I'm going to throw this out there. Most people probably know what's coming, and it has nothing to do with thinning hair, hairline, or anything like that, because it looks like you got a good head of hair. I think you would look totally bad donkey with bald and bearded. I think it would suit your lifestyle. I think it would suit your actual style. Consider getting rid of that head hair. Maybe a buzz cut down. I don't know if you want to full jump into a razor, but I would love to see you buzz that down and go with the beard. I think it would fit you very, very well.
Yeah.
So consider that.
And we don't drop those things lightly. It just could be
right.
a mean and clean.
For sure. For sure. And Ken backs us up on that one. Bald and bearded for sure. And one quick thing, guys, that I will say, keep an eye out for social media tomorrow. We can't quite say yet, but me and Steve might have some pretty cool news to drop tomorrow about a content opportunity. So stay tuned. I'm pretty excited to share some news with you guys.
For us, it's going to be a funnertunity.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
All right. And now we're into Marshall. All right. So Marshall says, I'm looking for any beard or head hair tips. Been following the channel since the start of COVID, and there's no way I could have had my beard without you two. For the context, the pictures with the dark shirt are with heat, and the pictures with the white shirt are on without heat in its natural state with oil and butter. I've been trying to grow long for 3 years now with many maintenance trims along the way. My problem is that the sides grow and my chin doesn't. I've done everything except use supplements. I shower at night. I apply oil, butter before bed, quick rinse in the morning. More oil than style and heat. I do have to style around a fork due to a lack of growth coming out of my middle of my chin. My ultimate goal is as long as possible.
Cool.
All right, let's take a look.
Wow. Awesome. I think this is Coach, is what I call him here. So yeah, no, we have another kind of back-to-back, pretty cool. No heat as compared to heat.
Super helpful pictures too, guys. These are killer. Let me take a look at the side profile. Now you don't see So he's not, you don't see the heat as much as you don't notice it as much this time. So
On
more,
the side, yeah.
yeah. But you do see
Yep.
the transparent, you see transparency more on the side. All right,
Yep.
Dan, let me go back over here. What are you thinking? What are you gonna suggest for Marshall as far as he was kind of, it looks like it's just kind of like a check-in update as well.
Yeah.
He's
So
not having any major problems, but just kind of like wondering what our thoughts are.
yeah, so he just has the frame of he wants to go as long as possible, and obviously heat is the way here. He's a well put together gentleman. You can see from the head hair, you can see from the presentation. It's an absolutely great beard, and we do start to see that little bit of the fork down the middle there. You got kind of three routes you can go for that fork. Number one, embrace the heck out of it. Rock it, man. Keep growing. Maybe even lean into it a little bit. Some people do that. There it is. That's coach. Maybe even lean into it a little bit. That doesn't suit me, but some people really like that. Option number two is really focus on your styling to the middle. That's what I do. I actually have, coach, we have, I think, dang near identical beards. If I were to go back to that size, I think it would look exactly like this, but I've gotten really good at kind of velcroing my hairs together in the middle to kind of hide that or style away that French fork. And then option number three is to trim it away. Now, you said you want to go as big as possible, so let's take that option off the board. Let's take the last option off the board. So my only advice that I would give you is making sure that you are trying to style your beard into a way that gets it to kind of have the interlocking Velcro effect. But it looks fantastic. That's me being super detailed and super particular. And coach says he would love to have mine. I can almost promise you, if you go for another year and you just have minimal trims, keep the maintenance up, I think we're going to have very similar beards.
I would only add like just kind of a styling trick that I was thinking of is you grow a great mustache, and if you were to go with like little bit bigger or a little bit styled, a little tip on the mustache, I think that would really draw the eye if you're ever worried about any kind of thinness. I don't see it but I know you do, and I've been going through the same thing. Like my hair is too big for my face right now, like because I don't have a beard on it. But I would just say if you worked on like kind of turning up the mustache a little bit, or just full out on the whaler a little bit, or not whaler, excuse me, full out on your mustache, just real big, real styled. I think that would draw the eye more if you were ever concerned, but like genuinely you don't have anything to be concerned about.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, coach.
Thank you very, very much. All right, so now we're into kind of our general questions round. Dan, are you good to drive the questions? Or do you want me to pick through them?
I'm good. This is a super intuitive and easy layout. I know it's better for video to have the phone horizontal, but vertical, it works really nice to have it here. So
do you want me to go up to our big faces for a little bit?
Let's rock this. I think this is good. Yeah. So we have a question here. Hey, Dan, my boyfriend just shaved his beautiful beard and a little part of me died. He says that his skin is super oily and he gets pimples and ingrown hairs, so he needs to scrub his face. Help. Whew, great question. Thank you for being here. And Mare, I'm going to kick it to you in a bit with this. Think of what your response is to this first line when they say, my boyfriend just shaved his beard. Okay, so just consider that cue. What you're going to do, Ruben, is if it's oily skin, we want to look for a thin viscosity oil. I would encourage you to check out something like Beard Octane's oil or Alley Cat CBD oil. Both of those are going to suit oily skins really well. And those ingrown hairs are caused by number one, shaving. When you grow your beard out, you cannot have ingrown hairs. So it's just that period of growing back after ingrown hairs. So you want to focus on the exfoliation of the skin, aka scrubbing. That's not that far off. Get a comb into the skin, scrub with some decent force to it. And then after that, you want to make sure you're using that deeply penetrating oil. Like I said, Alley Cat Beard Co. CBD, or you can look for Beard Octane, which also has a CBD one, or their regular line, both deeply penetrating. And if you're having real trouble, and especially if you have if your background is African American or Hispanic, look at something like an apple cider vinegar rinse. that is one of the best things you can do for that level of really short stubble and ingrown hairs. It does wonders for those ingrown hairs there. But with that said, you just shaved and you're growing back, or the boyfriend just shaved. Hey, we got something to help you out.
That is right. First of all, guys, I just want to make clear, if you do have any questions, go ahead and type them in as we're talking here. But I also just recently shaved. This is my 10-day growth moment, time, whatever. I did my picture dance, so we got our weekly picture of the grow back. But I'm literally doing this so that people can look and see, hey, I'm at this phase. Let's connect that and let's talk. This guy who knows what he's talking about with beards a little bit. He is talking confidently about, I know where I'm going with my beard. I know what's going to look like. I know how much it changed my look. So I am doing a series of videos sponsored by Aberlite that are on the Dancy Bearded channel. One came out today, week 1. What was it? Not scruff phase. What was it,
Stubble.
Dan? Stubble phase. Yep. Stubble, scruff, whatever. But it's all about just kind of like the products you should be using and, talking about growing back, the mindset a little bit, and pretty simple stuff, but visually kind of connect it with the fact that I'm going through it right now.
For sure. And Donald brings up a great point. With that short beard, with that shaved face, you want to avoid things that can clog the pores, like conditioner, like butter. When you're on those early weeks, you should not be using those yet because they're not designed for the skin. And in this series that the mayor is doing, you get to follow exactly what he says, right? Today's video was oil, wash, and brush. So that is perfect. In the video, I wish you guys could see how we work together. It's this beautiful collaboration of experience of what he's going through and knowledge and like just kind of hashing out. It's truly, truly amazing here. So for sure, follow along with that. Tyler asked, do you have a video on grooming French fork? So I do have a French fork video, but I don't believe I show any grooming on that. However, if you look up like Dancy Bearded, blow dryer, and heated brush, you'll find my most recent video where I show how I go through the morning, and you can kind of see that. But I will put down in my head, I can't do it on my phone right now like normal, but I will put in my head the idea of having a dedicated video to styling a French fork. I think that would actually be really helpful. Mayor, if you got a sticky note or anything by you, would you be able to write that down? Styling.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Styling a French fork. That is super, super helpful as we go through. And guys, again, keep the comments coming as you guys get these in. We're going to be highlighting them and answering them. And if you guys have questions specifically for the mayor about beard stuff, hey, please drop that. So number one question, where am I? I am in a place called, let me see if I get this up here. Oh. I'm in a place called Muskegon, Michigan. It's actually where I grew up. And I'm at this beautiful RV resort that's called Duck Lake. It's right across the street from Michigan Adventure, which is owned by Cedar Point. It's just an amusement park. So if you guys are familiar with that, that's exactly where I'm at right now. All right, Mayor, we got a couple for you. You ready?
I'm ready. Mayor, do you use it just to heat it? This is from Nicholas. Do you use just a heated brush or blow dryer as well? Absolutely blow dryer as well. When version 1 beard, I'm going to call it version 1. That's gone now. We can't get it back. Towards the end of its reign, because I started working on my hair with the Beyond Bearded show that I do too. So the hair dryer, like I had this whole routine where I would, could do both and get like 2/3 of the way done with the beard and blow it out. And then I do like the front was always my issue. I've been talking to these guys. I've been talking to them and saying like, hey, dudes, like last dudes gave me some props. If you could get organized and get together and lay down better, there's magic that can happen. Think about the time, think about how far we can go if I'm not wasting my time. I don't think that's going to happen. It's probably going to be about the same thing, but I would always still use a heated brush on the front and kind of like as a finishing touch, but definitely use hair dryer as well.
That was such a mayor line right there. Like that. If you guys want to get to know the mayor, that was it right there. And Ken, Mr. G, wins comment of the night. How did we not think of this? Absolutely stubble muffin.
So the stubble muffin comment, I was trying to be funny earlier with Tyson and them, and it's like, look, like 10 days out, and I think I said cuddle muffin, but that wasn't it. Was it cuddle muffin?
No, it was snuggle muffin.
Snuggle muffin. So I got it wrong. I forgot my own nickname.
You did. I didn't comment on it, but I noticed that. Ken wins, though. That was amazing.
Double
All right, here's another one for you.
Mayor, are you having itchiness despite using oils? To a point. Just trying to not over oil. So still to sticking to like morning and night. But this guy has been killer with that. Like literally, it's like the cat scratch thing where they rub up against it. It's beautiful. Like, and last, the Boar's Hair Bristle brush. I don't know if I was just too sensitive back then or what, but I didn't use it as much as I should have.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you. If anybody can help out William, if you guys know of other ones that use metal foam seed oil, we know it's not whiskey and hardtack anymore. Drop a comment and that would help out. And Mr. Wolverine, our buddy Jason Klein just burned his beard in a fire last summer. I burned my beard in a fire. You guys gotta stay away from that. You gotta be careful with beards and fire. They are definitely not friends. So yeah. Muskegon, that's where I grew up in Grand Rapids. Yeah, no, Jay, I was born in Grand Rapids. I was born in St. Mary's Hospital, and then we moved over to Whitehall, Michigan, which is we're right on the border of Whitehall and Muskegon. Scott, yeah, we did Michigan Adventure today. Amazing time. The kids loved it. Violet's a maniac. She loves every ride. Literally screaming joy the entire time and begging to go back on the same ride over and over again. But we got back and we did most of the day in the water park. That sun is no joke, man. It beats you up. We got back at like 4:30. Everybody was ready for bed. Like there were a few grumpy kids out there. Sam was exhausted, and I had to put on the Superman cape, and come in and get everybody ready for bed and get going. So it's man, brutal sun, but it was so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, Jay, I do remember Deer Park Funland. Yep. And the mayor and I, we actually in our town, we used to have a deer park, and they got rid of that for a GM plant.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, cannot do that anymore. So, yeah, that's where we're at over here, guys. Leo says a company I've never heard of has one. So, yep, Alley Cat. There we go. All right, and let's see. Doesn't Weatherbeard? All right, Weatherbeard there. So, yeah, if you guys know more, drop those comments. We would love to see what you guys have to say. We're in Rothbury. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yep. I'm at that Duck Lake RV park right now. Dave, you guys would love this place. It is the nicest RV resort we have ever stayed in. Everything, it's not a brand new place, but everything is kept so well. The amenities are unparalleled, and we prefer nice places. This is the nicest of the nice ones that we've had. So
yeah, I don't always need new. Sometimes clean and well maintained is better.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, speaking of Michigan, I will have the same winter as you this year. Should be in Wisconsin. Hey, man, congratulations. Congrats. Yeah. Our winters have been pretty mild the last couple of years.
Well, the one before that, we just basically stayed in the basement the whole time. So
yeah, true.
More or less.
True. Just the sun will make you tired. Yep. Straight up. The sun is wild. So Alley Cat has it in their butter. Okay. Mystery Man? No, I don't know anything like Mystery Man. Not at all. So can't help you on that one.
Across one. Yeah. There should be guys.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say, just random thought, like that scent database where you could have similar twos and but I don't know if that would really help. But yeah, no, I don't think there's anything like Mystery Man.
Yep. How do you clean a heated brush? Kevin, just look up on YouTube. I actually have 2 different videos, 2 different methods. Clean a heated brush, and my videos should pop up. The main thing you want to use is alcohol, isopropanol alcohol. You can get any percent of it that you would like. It doesn't matter if it's 70, 90. And essentially, you need to find a way to remove the guck from your heated brush. The ones with the more spread out teeth are easier than the ones that are close together. That was one of the only issues with the Kushel bars. It was hard to clean because the teeth were so tight together. And you essentially scrub it all out, use an old toothbrush, use a pick, whatever you can, and then you use the alcohol on it. One trick that I found from somebody online that's brilliant is a baby wipe. Put a baby wipe over it and then go in with like a pick or whatever you want to use, and it gets all the gook on the baby wipe. I use that every time now. I brush it off. And then I go in with the alcohol. And last little tidbit too, I probably should do an updated video, even though they're not very popular. Do you guys know those those can sprays for cleaning, those like air canisters. You know what I'm talking about, Mayor?
Yes.
Those dusters, that works
Yeah.
really well also. I use those in the studio, like on my computers and stuff like that. So yeah,
I get a little carried away with those.
Oh, and it gets so cold, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh yeah, Michigan's a Red Wings fan. Gunner, I'll have to show you some of my Red Wings gear. I have several things. I have a jersey. I have a stick that's signed by every player from the Yzerman, Zetterberg, Datsuk age. Essentially, there's some kind of bug going over there. But essentially, my dad worked for Frito-Lay, and they would do the Special Olympics with the Red Wings every summer. And Frito-Lay would run like security, and so we got to meet everybody and get everything signed. Pretty cool. I used to be a pretty big Red Wings fan, and then just like the mayor, this kind of took over our life, and there's just not enough time to be able to keep up with everything, so can't do that. And Joshua, no, totally different method for the Boar's hairbrush. That one involves using soap, using a couple other things. Please look up Dancy Bearded Clean Boar's Brush. It's actually one of my most viewed videos ever. I think it's got like 80K.
Because they start smelling. So people probably notice that.
Yep, absolutely. So, yep. Truly. Mary, you want to respond to Austin here?
I just emailed you my story and a really dodgy photo. All right, Austin, you'll be up next week. No way to do it right now, but we'll get you on. We love that. Anybody else that sends in, beardadvicelive@gmail.com, and your questions are our content, and that is really helpful to us.
For sure. And Nail Banger, I actually have a bunch. They're just not usually the most popular ones. Owners love them, but there's not a ton of owners out there. I have one about using preservatives and water-based products because at the time of making the video, many beard companies were not using preservatives. They thought all natural is all better when it's actually all dangerous. If it's water-based, it needs a preservative. I have another video breaking down the fragrance guidelines and laws of the IFRA. So I have several. It's just usually people don't like to watch them, but when stuff comes up, I absolutely will cover it, man, for sure. Am on tonight? I sent last week. Yeah, if we responded to you, Charles, you'll be on. If you did not get a response from us, then we didn't get it. We cleared it as of like 10 minutes before the show started. Everything was 100% up to date. So, Charles, if you didn't get a response or you didn't get on, send us an email. I'll put the banner up at the bottom again. That just means somehow, some way we did not get it. All right. I think we're good there. Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is Robert. I'm just over 3 months into regrowing my beard. Haven't tried to trim yet or fading the sideburns in when I shave my head. I keep the mustache a bit shorter and above the lip because I just don't like the feeling of rubbing it on my bottom lip. I'm just looking for some tips and suggestions on what direction I should go from here. My goal is to let the beard go for a whole year. I also thought about dyeing it to get rid of the gray. What do you think? All right, let's take a look. So we're looking at, basically he wants to go for a year. He just messes with the mustache, and he hasn't trimmed it yet. Don't know how close he is to it. It's just over 3 months into regrowing. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay. All right. So I'll start out, Robert. Something you mentioned at the end jumped out, which was the idea of dyeing the beard. And we, for several reasons, kind of tend to really caution against that. I think first of all, I think the salt and pepper look is amazing. I think it looks really, really good. Two, once you dye your beard, you're going to continually dye it, and it's very difficult to make a dye look like a beard dude can usually spot it to make it look real, and it's going to grow out from the root, and you're going to have the gray, and you're going to either have to continue dyeing it or lose the beard. We see a lot of beards go away after somebody dyes it and realizes the maintenance of it, and then it's just not real healthy for the hair. As far as your trim, I'm jealous. Like you got a lot similar to what I had. Your mustache is a little bit shorter. It looks like maybe a clipper trim on that, but I love the look. What do you think, Dan?
Absolutely. And the comments are being flooded here from Russ to Mike to Daniel. Everybody's saying, no, don't dye it. Dude, that color is killer. Like, there's sometimes when people send in about dyeing it, and I'm like, I get where they're coming from. I see that. Robert, I don't get where you're coming from, man. That color is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I would not touch that one at all. And Scott's exactly right. It's wisdom highlights. Like that's it, man. It really, really rocked that one well. And then did he have another angle he was looking for with
Well, he
with
said he's going
advice?
for a year and he's only 3 months in. Like I would just jump in real quick and say your look is amazing already at 3 months.
Yeah,
So
the only thing
regrowing the beard, sideburns, shave my head. Okay.
Yeah, if you pop over to the picture real quick. The only thing I would add in there, Robert, is if you see like the profile one, and you can even see it on the front a little bit, your chin, it dips in towards the neck a little bit rather than being kind of pronounced out. The mare, if you look at his pictures from version 1 beard, when you see it on social media, his beard does a great job of having that straight front ledge going down rather than in towards the neck. So I would work on starting to train that Mare, can you kind of like swivel over where that would be? Starting to train on the profile view, like underneath his chin.
Okay. So you're talking about the dip, right? On this profile one or the phrase front?
So the profile one. So see how under his chin it goes back towards his neck rather than going and continuing down. We want to change that angle from where it's at there to going more to the left. You want that kind of being an extenuation of your jaw, right? Of your chin. Your chin would never go back towards your neck like that in that kind of exaggerated fashion. So let's try to style the hairs going away from your neck, away from the chin, and going out a little bit. And that's just done by changing the way that you brush, comb, and use heat. Super simple.
Super, like that literally changes like my profile of my whole face. Like that's a whole like when I shaved that part and I was like, oh my gosh, that's where my chin actually is. It hit bad, but it's a really sharp look. The only thing I would add to what Dan noticed is or suggested is when I got that down where I could get it straight down, that was a combo of the heated brush and a blow dryer. The blow dryer is just so good at volume, you cannot repeat it. And once you start hitting it with that heated brush, it's gonna straighten those hairs, which kind of gets, can be tricky and it can lead back to that slope back.
Yeah, and ABB is exactly right. You don't just get that by doing one or the other. You have to comb it outward and up. So you got to comb it from going down and from underneath. And just like the mayor said, especially at your length, you're going to find a nice combo of a blow dryer and a heated brush because SDZ is right. You have great density. Now we just got to get it to go in that. And this is a small thing, but I do think it can make a really big difference. It's one of the highlights of the mayor's beard for me. And one of the same thing for me. The only thing that really hit me for the mayor when he shaved was the chin was different than what I thought. His version 1 beard literally created a different chin. Like to the point where I was like, oh yeah, it's not there. Like it's not that. I thought that was his chin. And it's wild that a beard shape, a beard style can completely change the structure of your face. And the mayor achieved it perfectly and had that straight ledge going down to the point where I thought that was his chin.
It's crazy. It's going to be my chin. It's not going to matter what's underneath because we're not going back. But Robert, you're just watching. Like I have sadness for my old beard looking at yours. So I'm jealous, but I'll get back to it. But I wish I was there, man. I hope I'm there in 3 months like you were. That's great growth.
Great growth. Yeah, that makes it exciting, man.
All right, let's move on. All right, this is Eric part 1 of 2. I've been watching this show for quite some time now. Seen everyone else sending in, so I figured now is a good time as any. Never thought I'd actually do it because I don't actually have much of a beard or full looking. I'm only 25. I'll be 26 the 19th of July. I know I'm still pretty young and not much coverage below the bottom lip. Mustache isn't as thick as I'd like it to be either. I trimmed off my upper lip, because it kept making eating hard and going in my mouth. It doesn't grow long enough to do the lazy walrus method. I know with age it might fill in. Very early in my journey, I started like anyone probably, not knowing a whole lot about beard care, starting taking vitamins and tried derma rolling with little to no success. Once I found your channel about a year ago, I've used companies that you've recommended with great success. I have done 2 transparency trims and about an inch a trim with my Brio Pro trimmer. This is my year I reached in June. the pictures I sent are a little over a year different. To me, it doesn't look a lot of growth for a year. All the thickness is on the bottom portion of my jaw. I just recently shaved my cheeks down to make the beard look, have a fuller, thicker look, but to me, it still looks like it's not. It looks like it's changed. It doesn't look like it's changed much. I know we are our own worst enemy. Maybe it's just me. I'm about 5 inches long for a beard length. I use oil in the morning after a hot shower with cold rinse. I use butter at night too. I just recently started doing a stripping wash once a week with pine tar soap. My questions are: do I have enough growth to be considered? Do I have enough growth considering I'm 25, almost 26, and at 5 inches for a year? Can I do anything to help boost my chances of a thicker, fuller beard? My main goal is to have a beard that looks thick, has a nice length, and is able to do the beard wave. Really, I'd like to hit 12 inches as just a goal stuck in my head. And again, it needs to be the thickness, but no transparency. Do I have potential by the looks to get my beard to that? Because I have little to no hair below my bottom lip and the chin area, do I still measure my beard from below my bottom lip? Oh, that's a good question. And any other general advice and thoughts from you guys? All right, let's take a look at Eric. Well, I definitely see a big difference for a year. So if you're saying that, that's
For sure, man. Huge difference.
oh yeah. Okay.
And these are both current on this one, just showing both sides of his beard there.
All
so
right.
how about
so
we?
You want to hit the questions?
Yeah, let's take them one by one. And Mayor, how about you take the first one, and then I'll take second, and we kind of piggyback off each other.
All right. So the first question: do you have enough? So basically, am I normal? Is the question I think you're asking about your growth for 25, 26. I think you're normal or above. That you're pretty young. Guys we know don't hit their beard peak till 40, early 40s, and you are well far away from there. Yeah, years. I tell you, Eric, you're growing really well for your age. I know a lot of men my age, 43, that would be happy with your beard. So I'd say you are doing great for your age. Dan, the next question was, can I do anything to help boost my chances for a thicker, fuller beard?
Hey, Pauline, thank you so much. I'm super excited, guys. August 7th, I will be teaching the science of beards at the formerly known as the Cobo Arena in Detroit. So thank you for stopping in. Super, super cool. All right. One more time with the question. I'm sorry, Mayor.
Anything you can do to grow like a thicker, fuller beard?
Yeah, just he I know is taking the accelerator by Alley Cat. He's talked about the elixir from Fable and biotin. Eric, everything you're doing is right on par, man. Keep it going. Focus on your health. Focus on your diet, your activity level, your stress. All of that is going to help boost your growth. So you're dialed in, man. There's nothing we would tell you right now that you haven't heard before. I love how active you are on the channel.
Main goal is do we think he can hit 12 inches as a goal with a thick beard eventually? And then yeah. All right. So I would, it's definitely tough to say. What do you think, Dan? 12-inch beard someday?
Yeah, it's impossible to say right now. My beard's limit is right around 12 inches, and obviously I have a pretty stellar beard, and obviously that's not me like being braggadocious. It's just true. So to get to that, could it happen? Yeah, of course. Do we know it's going to happen? Have no idea. Just keep doing those healthy habits, and we'll see. The beauty is you can keep sending in, and we keep following it. We won't know till you get there.
All right. So the other question is, well, we've got two. The first one is, since he doesn't really have any growth under here, and we always say measure from the underneath the bottom of your lip, I think that I would just say you start with where your hair starts growing, right, and measure from there to get a decent measurement.
Depends what you're looking for. If you are in a beard competition and you are entering the 3 to 6 inch beard, they measure from the bottom of your lower lip. That is the measurement, because we look at a beard as a mass on your face, and the only way to fairly measure it is by starting in the same spot, because there's no beard hair on your face that's probably the same length. Every single hair is marginally different. Some of them are very short, some of them are very long. So if you are looking for the true measure of how long your beard is, not your beard hairs, I would start from the bottom of your lower lip.
And finally, any other general advice? I would just say keep, for you, my advice is going to be, don't, if you're ever like, you seem very interested in like hitting certain benchmarks, and if that's the case, then you don't need to be ever trimming, really truly stay away from trimming, and at all costs, I think. Anything else, Dan?
No, I think that covers it. Just keep watching, keep being active, man. You're super young, and you're gonna have you already have a great beard. It's just gonna be better and better. The only thing I would say to keep an eye on is it does look like the front of your chin is shorter than the under portion of your chin. So think about how you can style to even that up, or even just do the small little trims for structure. It's not necessarily a transparency trim, but more so a structure trim.
Yeah, like would you say, Dan, like the whole thing with my face and my chin, like that's like another level of styling. Like you can really like style your, like we've never really talked about that, but I think that's coming for us.
Yeah, styling to structure.
Styling to structure. That's a more of a short beard kind of thing, but yeah.
For sure. Yep.
All right, this is Alex B. He says, it's been a while since we last reviewed my beard, and I think I'm due to have a checkup. All right, Alex, we're happy to do that. Oh, wow. Okay, I do remember Alex.
Oh, yeah. Alex is sent in. We do turn people away when it's too good. We've had weeks where we're like, Alex, we got nothing to tell you. But we accepted this one just because I have one little small area, and that would be the middle of your mustache. Mayor, I feel like you're probably picking up what I'm putting down here. Do you want to touch on that and kind of show with your pointer what advice we would give in the middle of his mustache?
So, just even if you have to bring the line up slightly more, you've got like a slower growth area in the middle here, and it kind of stands out. It kind of catches the eye with the lighting and all that. And I would slightly either trim up with that just to try and keep it even. When you trim your mustache, guys, it's not all about getting a perfectly straight line either. You if you have a little bit of an error, a little bit, it looks more natural. Just make sure those little differences are not like significant, like huge, like gouges. But yeah, you want it to be a little bit more maybe natural or evened out.
Yep, absolutely. Looks good though, Alex. You've always had a really strong beard, man.
Looking good. And that is it. Hey-o.
And guys, this Mountain Dew is fantastic. It is nothing but confirmed. It's in my top 3.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna savor it. We haven't watched Stranger Things, so Betsy and I are gonna do some Stranger Things, like catch up on that one tonight, I think.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and get to sleep for sure. Next week, if you guys want to get involved, Mayor, how do they phone into the show?
All right, guys, send a front picture, a side picture, a profile picture to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We'll hit you back with an email just to let you know. Sometimes it's the day of, sometimes it's a couple days before. And I have a lot of shows we do. I'll mention that here in a minute. But Beard Advice, send those pictures and a couple just questions into beardadvicelive@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you. And we love it. It helps us. It drives our show. Incidentally, we do have other shows. I have one coming up on Sunday called Beyond Bearded on this channel. It is gonna be, I think it's gonna be, I'm really excited for this show. It's all about like guy rules, like unwritten rules of being a guy. And like, I'm going to have you guys vote on whether you agree or disagree, and we'll talk about them, talk it through. It should be fun. And then Dan has his Commands Corner on Mondays.
Yeah. Yep. So appreciate you guys. Thank you everyone for sending in. This Mountain Dew is called Overdrive, and it's a Mountain Dew with a blast of citrus punch, and it's only available at, do you remember the name of the store? Casey's?
General Store. Casey's General Store.
Casey's General Store. So no, not widely available at all. But that's going to do it, you guys. Check out our TikToks, check out our Instagrams, wherever you want to find us. We're always readily available with content on many different platforms. So just want to say we appreciate you. Mayor, any final words before we hit this end button?
I got Wednesdays. Today came out once. Next Wednesday, another video in the series of growing back this beard. I can't wait to get back to bearded. Nothing else though, guys. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you on this channel. Lots and lots.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.